Alright, welcome back to the Huntsman tutorial video series. In this video we will be talking about the setup of the RP2040 board so that you can install the GP2040 firmware for use for the controller that we're going to be making. So on this one we're going to be needing three files in general. First we're going to be needing this one, which is the GP2040's main firmware installation file, and we're going to be needing the force web config so that we can go into the configurator, and then we're going to be going into the we're going to be needing this Huntsman configuration backup that I made for the pinouts for this one. So yeah, so we're going to be proceeding with where you can get the files on the next portion here. Alright, for the files you're going to be needing is, it's going to be on the link on the bottom, but you can also just Google it with by doing GP2040 release and going into this one right here. This is the GP2040's website. Just go to the downloads, and then we're just gonna pick up this first version right here, which is the Raspberry Pi Pico board firmware. So we're just gonna download that. I'm not gonna re-download it again because I already have it. So just download this one, and then for the force configurator file, we're just gonna close that and go back. We're gonna go to the GitHub page release right here. So get whatever is the latest, and we're going to be getting the force web config file here. So we're just going to click that and download it. And like I said, I'm not going to download it again because I already have it. And then also, as you can see, and also the Huntsman GP2040 config backup, that's going to be included in the files in the Gumroad page. So if you're already downloaded, it's just going to be in there on the file set. So check out the file set, you're going to be finding this file here. As you can see here, I also have the flash nuke. So just in case something goes wrong and you didn't, and the board installation kind of just messed up or anything, the firmware didn't install properly, there is this one too that you could use to just wipe everything. So this one's going to be installed the same way as you're going to be installing this one, and that's what we're going to be going into next. So to start that, so now that we have all our files that we need, you're going to take your board, and as you can see here, there is this button right here, the first button, and it says boot right on the bottom of it. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to hold this button, and then you're going to plug it in, and that will enter the firmware installation. So once you have this one up, just grab this. Let me put this on the side here. This one. So what's gonna happen is you're just gonna grab your firmware file here. You're gonna drag it over. And you're just gonna wait for it to install. Alright, so after the install, the window's just going to be gone. It will close, so that's normal. So now we need to get into the web configurator now. So we're going to be using this file here. So next step is we're just going to be grabbing this one, grab that, unplug it, and then the same thing that we did for the firmware installation, we're going to hold the boot button, press and hold it, and then plug it back in. Okay, and that should put up the window again, and then same thing, we're going to be but this time we're going to be dragging the force web config so that we can go into the configurator without using any buttons or anything like that. Okay, now that we have that, we can go into the GP2040 configurator, which is 192.168.7.1, and that should bring up the GP2040 configurator page. So when you get to this screen, the first thing you're going to want to do is to go into the configuration, peripheral mapping, unset this, save, disable, save. Okay, and then the next one that we're going to be checking out is the LED configuration. We're going to set this as -1 to disable it, so -1, and then we go down to the bottom and save. Now that we have that, we're going to be going on and moving on to add-ons. We're gonna set the turbo to -1, save, and then disable save. Okay, so now turbo is gone, and then now we can load up the data backup and this and restoration. So just load that up. So this is going to be the file that we're going to be using. This is the backup that I made, which is called Huntsman GP2040 config backup. So you open that, and that should load everything that you need to. Let me just check one more thing. Okay, that worked. So this one is what you want to see for this for the GPIO pin mapping. You want to see exactly this button setup right here, and then the profile 2 is what we're going to be checking out next. This one is going to be the WASD setup for the controller's directional keys. So this is what you're gonna want to see on it, and then what we want to check out next, if it's properly set up, is the analog sticks, which is this one right here. So analog stick 1, pin 26 and pin 27, and then the rest should be the same here. And analog stick 2, pin 28 and pin 29. So, and then the rest will be the same over here too. And then the next thing we're going to be checking out to see if it's been properly set up is go to settings, input mode, and then you go to PS4, and then this one right here needs to be turned on, or switch touchpad and share. And also this is also the screen if you need to if you want to use this on a PS4 for natively. You're going to want to get your authentication files for your PS4 controller installed over here. Unfortunately, I cannot provide those files. You're gonna have to obtain them yourself and put in those files on here, and then verify and save, and then save over here, and that should make it work for the PS4 no problem. Okay, so the next one we're gonna want to set up and look at if it's been set up correctly is the hotkey setting. This one is the FN key, so make sure that FN is open right here, so it's turned on. R1 plus the function key, so we're gonna go down here, or oh wait, no, that's fine, that's correct. So FN plus R1 loads up load profile 1, FN plus R2 loads profile 2, and then FN plus S2 presses the A1 button, which is going to be the home button. So that one should be good. It's set up properly. If anything like this didn't show up, if anything at all with the GPIO pin mapping or the hotkey settings didn't set up properly, you can just go ahead and go to data backup and restoration, and then load it again, and then just load this file again. So load it a second time, and that should fix it. If this still didn't work, then just pull up this this image right here. It's also going to be linked on the bottom. There's going to be an image for the profile 1 and an image for profile 2, and then just copy that over. So, and then you can also just recheck your hotkey settings right here, and then that should be it. Once that's set up, I think that's everything. So yeah, we can just take your board and reboot on the top here, reboot controller, and that should be it. You can take it out, and that's it. That should be the setup for this one. So yeah, I think that's everything you need to know, and we're gonna be moving on to the next part of this this build, which is the overall assembly of the whole controller now. So yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.